Wow, that must be hard to do, right? Well, it depends. What does it depend on? Well, it depends on how you did in your last lifetime when you were down here. What do you mean? We come back here, back and forth from up there, from the spirit world? Yes, we come from the spirit world. We come down here for a 111-year test at best, and then we go back up to the spirit world. And depending how well we did on our test, that will all add up to how well we'll have it in our next lifetime. In other words, the more we stay in the heart, the more we stand apart from the dread of the head that leads to nowhere but fear and despair. Because what's in the head? The ego. Ah, what's an ego? An ego consists of jealousy and envy, the unfriendly, and greed. And all of them burn the love, the light, and the way, the inner seed. In other words, God. If you live in the ego, if you can't let go of the ego, if you can't let go of the jealousy, if you can't get rid of the envy, the jealousy, the unfriendly, and the greed, which all burn the inner seed, then, well, you proceed back to the spirit world, and you haven't done too well on your test, at best. You haven't done too well. You haven't done too well. Who's well? Are you well? I hope so. I hope you're all well. And so, my dears, is this really for the children? This sounds very adult. Are you sure this is not for the adults, but we're making fun of them? Are we making fun of the adults? What's that called? The way we're doing this video. Maybe, what's going on here? Here? No, not over here, over here. Over where? Over here? Or over here? No, right here. Right here? Yes, no, what's going on over here? And over there, and over there, and over there. Oh, look. Coways. Look at all the coways over there. Behind me. Peter. There's a bunch of cows looking at me, wondering what I'm doing here. Thinking hopefully in the heart, because if they're in the dread of the head, if they're jealous because I'm standing on their land or on their property, and they want to come and kill me. I hope not. I hope they don't want to come and kill me. But can you kill anybody? Is there such thing as death? Who came up with that word death and die? Because the truth is, none of us ever die. Nobody dies. The soul lives on forever. The soul lives on forever. The soul lives on forever. The soul lives on. The soul lives on. The soul lives on forever. And all this clever lever, this clever lever, this lever of clever, this clever of lever, is all coming from the love, the light, the love, the bright, the love, the light, and the way. And that is for all you to decide, hopefully without pride. Strive for strive, if you want to have a good ride when you get back up to the spirit world. And if you do well, if you do very well and stay in the heart, 95% or better. If you stay in the heart, 95% or better, then you get to stay in the good part of the spirit world forever and ever. Unless you choose to come back and take another 111-year test best. And if you do choose to do that and you are 95% or better, which there's only 11 million souls. There's only 11 million souls in the good part of the spirit world. And that's not a Meta 11 sent from heaven. This is the truth. 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 And this is not good, my dears. This is not good. It's 99.999999. 99.999999% of all souls, of all spirits, of all the people that come down here on this planet, the once upon a time beautiful green, golden planet. Why do I keep looking back over my shoulder? Why do I keep looking back over my shoulder? Why do I keep looking back over my shoulder? Well, my dears, maybe that's what all you should be doing. Maybe you should be looking not over your shoulder, but on top of your shoulder. On top of your shoulder, on top of your shoulder, on top of your shoulder. And you should be thinking about when you go back home, or is it home, to be with me, to love the light, to love the bright, to love the light on the way. Not this one, not the physical being you see in front of you, Peter, but the one coming out of his mouth. Every syllable, every word coming out of Peter Palpin's mouth is from the only one, north, south, east, and west of where he's standing right now. In other words, the spirit world. The spirit world, the spirit world, the spirit, the spirit, the spirit world. The only place where all your dreams can unfurl if you do the right thing with the wings in your heart that sing in your heart. The only place that I am, the only place that I am, the only place that I can be found is in the heart, is in the smart, is in the love, is in the light, is in the bright, is in the insight. And well, if you want to win your 111-year best fight, then you need to be in the heart 95% of the time. So if I were all of you, I would listen to this rhyme. I would listen to this rhyme, and I would glisten to this rhyme. And I would listen, and I would glisten, and I would listen to this rhyme. Because this rhyme is full of shine. Because this rhyme is full of shine, and will last throughout time. Line after line after line after line. And so, my dears, it's up to you, to all of you, every single one of you, to decide without pride if you want to take a good ride back home or a bad ride back home. Because let me tell you, my dears, when you get to the spirit world, there's no such thing as hell. Huh! But there is hell to pay. There is hell to pay. There is hell to pay. And let me tell you, every word coming out of Peter's mouth right now is coming from the one and only Trueberry. That's right. Every word coming out of Peter's mouth is coming from the one and only Trueberry, a letter 11 sent from heaven. To love the light, to love the bright, to love the light on the way. In other words, God. So don't believe everything you read in those books in the library. And what is a library? It's a meta 11 sent from heaven. Not a meta 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's a meta 11 sent from heaven. Everything you always wanted to know about heaven, but did not know who to ask. And your task is to ask your heart, the smart, to love the light, to love the right, to love the light, and the only way. What is the only way? And what is the obvious choice when you listen to your inner voice? If this is coming from the love, the light, and the way, which it is. In other words, if it wasn't, then how could Peter Palpin be healing people? Healings that are revealing within minutes after I put Peter's hands around their bodies and they lose diseases and sicknesses and pains that they've had for years and years and years, through tears and tears and tears. And how can he walk to his car, parked anywhere, day after day and night after night, and light and light and light and light, and light of what's going on here? And so, are you starting to get the picture here? I hope so. I hope you are. For your sake, not for mine, because I don't really care. Neither love the light and the way. Don't believe what you read in all those books in the library, those little black books, and those big black books called the Bible. Well, who's liable for the Bible? Who is liable for the Bible, my dears? In the Torah. Who wrote that? Who wrote that book? Me? To love the light, to love the light, to love the bright and the way? I don't think so. I do not think so. In the Quran,